Hi Morse, welcome back to the More Weekly. We're bringing you the latest news at Alhambra High School. I'm your co-anchor Keiko.
And I'm your other co-anchor Sochi.
Grammys are right around the corner.
Let's see who got a nomination.
And the Grammy goes to Royal!
On Friday, November 7th, the Recording Academy announced the nominations for the 2026 Grammy Awards. Major categories like Song of the Year are packed with strong contenders, including notable nominees such as Abracadabra, Lady Gaga, DTMF, Bad Bunny, Man-Child, Sabrina Carpenter. Fan favorites for Best Pop Duo Performance are Defying Gravity, Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande. 30 for 30, SZA featuring Kendrick Lamar. APT, Rosé and Bruno Mars. Among the new nominees are Addison Rae, The Marias, and Somber. Remember to mark your calendars for the 68th Annual Grammy Awards on February 1st, 2026 at approximately 5 p.m. Pacific Time Zone.
Hey seniors, the deadline for UC applications are in 10 days.
Here's the last-minute checklist.
Hey seniors, it's almost time to submit your UC applications. Here's some information about your UC portal and some last-minute checklists before you submit. There are 9 total universities of California, including Berkeley, Davis, Irvine, Los Angeles, Merced, Riverside, San Diego, Santa Barbara, and Santa Cruz. Applications for all UCs are due December 1st. However, make sure you submit a couple hours early just in case the site crashes. And last, double check to make sure that you report all information correctly. Your portal consists of many different components. First, some demographic and personal information, selecting your campuses and majors, your academic history, including your coursework, any dual enrollment classes, and making sure that you meet the A through G requirements. You also have the option to submit test scores for your AP or IB exams. Your portal also consists of activities and awards, which can range from extracurricular activities, leadership positions, volunteering, or even work experience. UCs also offer a range of scholarships, so there's an opportunity to check some off that you might be interested in to receive more information. UC's essays are called PIQs, or personal insight questions, and there are 8 different prompts which you choose 4 from and you answer in short responses. There's also the opportunity to submit any additional comments or insights that you might have. And last, it's time to review and submit. Make sure that you do any of your final corrections and pay for your applications or use your fee waiver. For PIQs, there are 8 prompts and you choose 4 to answer with a 350-word maximum. The prompts include a variety of topics you can talk about, from leadership experience, creative expression, talent or skill, educational opportunities, any significant challenges you may have faced, academic subjects that inspire you, what you have done to improve your community, or to explain what would make you a strong candidate for the admissions to the University of California. Here's the final checklist before you submit. Make sure that you review all your PIQs, and they are copied correctly into the portal, so check for any formatting errors. Also, make sure you triple check your activities and awards section, ensure that your descriptions are accurate and correct, and you're not missing any important information. Confirm and verify your academic history, your classes, grades, test scores that are accurate and you're not missing any courses or withholding information. They do double check with your school, so make sure that everything is correct, as it could potentially cause your application to be rescinded if they find any discrepancies. Confirm your majors, campuses, and personal information. You want to make sure that your email address and all your residency details are correct. And make sure you submit a couple hours early before the deadline on December 1st, midnight, just in case the site crashes. And while I didn't add it to the slide, of course, make sure that you celebrate for all your amazing accomplishments over these past 4 years. Alhambra is so incredibly proud of all of our seniors. Have a great Thanksgiving, and good luck.
Name and grade?
My name is Andrew Aquino, and I'm a senior.
How do you feel about the current policy banning deliveries, specifically food, during lunch?
I think it's a pretty fair policy. I mean, it could be dangerous to get stuff from outside, but it would be nice to order food from like a trusted restaurant.
Do you think the current policy is fair to students? Why or why not?
I think it is fair because, once again, like, it could be dangerous to get something outside of like, the safe area of school.
What needs do you think food delivery could meet for students that the cafeteria currently doesn't?
Flavor?
What's your name and grade?
My name is Colin Lay, and I am in the 12th grade.
How do you feel about the current policy banning deliveries, specifically food, during lunch?
Honestly, I think it's pretty unfair because like other schools like Marquette are allowed to do it, so I don't see any reason why our school shouldn't be allowed to do it.
Do you think the current policy is fair to students? Why or why not?
I don't think it's fair to students to not be able to have food delivered to the school because if students are paying for their meals to get delivered to the school, I think they should be able to receive them, you know what I'm saying?
What needs do you think food delivery could meet for students that the cafeteria currently doesn't?
I mean, I think it could like definitely lead to less overcrowding in the cafeteria because right now the cafeteria always has like really long lines. And I think if students were able to like buy their own food or like get their food delivered to the school, that definitely like cut down on that problem.
What's your name and grade?
My name is Oliver and I am a senior, 12th grader.
How do you feel about the current policy banning deliveries, specifically food, during lunch?
Personally, for those who get affected by it, like people who want to order from DoorDash, I guess for them it kind of sucks since they don't get to eat what they want. For me, I don't mind. I still eat school lunch or whatever I'm given. So yeah, for me, it's not a huge deal.
Do you think the current policy is fair to students? Why or why not?
I'm going to say that the policy, them getting rid of that policy doesn't, I guess, affect everyone as a whole necessarily, only those select few. But then again, if they do have that implemented again, I think it really just brings a positive for those who want to eat food from outside. Nothing really negative. So yeah, I guess they could implement it back.
What needs do you think food delivery could meet for students that the cafeteria currently doesn't?
I guess just preference for students who would rather eat something else than school food. I know a lot of people and friends who think that the school food isn't, up to their likings, and so they would order from DoorDash. So I guess that's really the only major difference for the students.
What are your names and grades?
I'm Evan, an 11th grader.
I'm Jacob, a 9th grader.
How do you feel about the current policy banning deliveries, specifically food, during lunch?
While I see how it's necessary, I feel like sometimes instead of getting school lunch, I might want like McDonald's or something, and I just think it's not fair that I'm not able to get what I pay for.
I also agree with Evan. Students should have slightly a bit more freedom to get the food that they enjoy and that meets their nutritional needs.
Do you think the current policy is fair to students? Why or why not?
I think it's not, I understand it, like I said before, but I just think like maybe if there were checks in place, like kind of how they check a Costco receipt, like they'll check your food or your order,
I believe it's mostly fair, and the only reason it's slightly unfair again because the students have less freedom over what they can eat for lunch.
What needs do you think the food delivery could meet for students that the cafeteria currently doesn't?
Sometimes I don't like the salads that they serve here. I might want to order something else. Or maybe if like it's a cold day and they only have like pizza or something, what if I want soup, you know what I mean?
Foods might not meet to satisfaction depending on the students, so that's why students should have like the right to choose and all that.
What's your name and grade?
Name's Andy Liu, and I'm a 9th grade freshman.
How do you feel about the current policy banning deliveries, specifically food, during lunch?
This policy, in my opinion, it's got their reasons behind it, but in my personal opinion, I don't think we should be limiting what our students should be eating.
Do you think the current policy is fair to students? Why or why not?
This policy for students only specifically isn't very fair to them. As some people may not be as fortunate as others. They might need their food to be delivered for possibly their families, their homemade meals, every day.
What needs do you think the food delivery could meet for students that the cafeteria currently doesn't?
But okay, the food, however, they can easily set standards. Like for example, scanner, security, or even as some other people say, just asking for a receipt.
Alhambra High School is known for their award-winning academic decathlon team.
Let's see what they've been up to.
What's your name and grade?
My name's Joaquin Salas, and I'm a senior here at Alhambra High School.
What strategies did you use to help students prepare for ACADEC?
Yeah, so to help prepare for academic, we like to work in groups a lot. I'd say that helps a lot more than just studying on our own. Verbally quizzing is the thing that we use a lot. We like to make flashcards and then we'll just quiz each other like that. Learn about 2 subjects at the same time. We find that it definitely helps it stick a lot more in your head than if you were to say just go off and learn one subject, spend some time on it, and then go and learn another subject. So I'd say that those are the 2 things that help us the most. Yeah, so in our varsity level, which is in our lowest level, has definitely seen a lot of improvement over these past few months. I think that every single year, every varsity that we get has gotten better and better. Now, just because you're on varsity doesn't mean you're new. It's based on GPA. So you can be varsity from freshman to senior, and because you're on the team for so long, we're definitely going to see a lot of growth. I think that the longer you spend as part of the team, you'll get better at certain subjects because they tend to often not change too much. So I've definitely seen varsities who are very good at art and music because sections of that packet stay the same year after year.
What's your name and grade?
My name is Victoria Olvera and I'm in 9th grade.
How has the study and preparation process been like for you for your first year in academic?
It's been going pretty good. It's a bit difficult because I'm getting used to everything, but I've been mainly just taking notes and trying to focus and follow along with everyone.
How have the captains or returning members helped you in your path throughout academic?
They help me a lot because whenever I need help with a subject, one of them can always come to me and help me on the whiteboard, and then just go over step by step on every process.
What's your name and grade?
Hi, my name is Carlos Carranza and I'm a junior.
How have you helped freshmen understand difficult concepts?
I think the best way to help people understand difficult concepts is to ditch the technical jargon for a little bit and explain it in just normal people words. That's where everybody starts. As you understand the concept, then you can start to teach it in the ways that it's more like technically advanced. Like if I started to try to explain to you the speed of light, I wouldn't talk about the constants that make it the speed of light. I would just say that it's 3 times 10 to the 8th meters a second.
What growth have you seen in the freshmen so far?
I would say that they've gotten a lot better just about actually studying. I remember when I was a freshman, I would spend most of my time talking and maybe 10% of my time reading. But I think that the freshmen have grown a lot in that regard, a lot faster than I did anyway, and have become to use their time a lot more wisely. And when academic is such a time sink, that's really important.
What's your name and grade?
My name is Ruri, and I'm in 9th grade.
How has the preparation process been like for you for your first year in academic?
This is my first year in academic, and study and preparation in academic hasn't been. I wouldn't say that it's not that like hard as like people think it is. Like the workload is not that bad, and like what you gotta do is just like you just gotta like read the packet they provide you. You just like write notes about it, and that's about it. And the workload is really not that bad. So yeah.
How have the captains or returning members helped you with academics expectations?
Okay, so sometimes like the team captains like teach the freshmen like about like the packet before there's like a test or like scrimmages, and I think that's really helpful. Like they just like bring like a whiteboard like in front of us, and like they literally just teach, and like I think that's really helpful. And they create like quizzes, flashcards, which like really like shortens the time up to like study.
That's it for this week's video. Check out our website, The More newspaper, for more stories, and our fall print edition came out, so stop by the library to grab a copy.
See y'all next time.
That's my scene!